Alright, we should be recording, I hope. Yeah. So, welcome back. Uh, it's been some time. The last update, the first, in fact, that I post was on um, 3rd of April. So, yeah, today is 16th of April. And yeah, let's go. First, I was trying to do this in the live format, but it doesn't matter because yeah, I don't have an audience right now. So yeah, maybe in the future I'll do some of these in streaming. But yeah, Bitcoin and stocks market review. Um, in the last and the first one that I did, I talked about. NQ and equities and how I didn't like much what I was seeing, and that was the reason of why I was cautious about the market in general. So we was here today. We are here like I thought we had uh, a 10% move down after the update that I did in NQ and equities is respecting this bearish order block that I talked about is respecting it, you see, and this line that I drawn to was a zone that need to be passed to me have any interest in investing in stocks. Uh, we today we starting in the stocks in contrary of the other time that we start in Bitcoin. Tesla was the stock that I talked about last time. Here we are in the golden pocket zone. I draw this for a mental framework of mine to this is basically what I want to see to enter in a position in Tesla. I want to see something like that. Maybe more down here and fake and take out the lows and go, but something around here. This is basically what I want to see to get in a position in Tesla. If this don't give me, well, that's life. We can't catch all the opportunities, but yeah. Now let's start on Bitcoin, right? So let me take out the draws just to look at the chart more naked, right? So what did we see here? We are on the monthly time frame, right? So the macro context is something very important to trade and to invest, right? So we are on the uptrend right now on the monthly time frame is what we can see here, right? No one can doubt of that, right? We see, yeah, basically. So we can see that we are holding the EMAs. The EMA 12 is holding here. This is EMA 12 and this is EMA 26 and this is EMA 50, right? We are holding it. So it's nothing. Some people are panic saying that we are in a bear market, and that's something that I think they should consider because if they think that now we are in a bad position and we it's impossible to go lower. We are all fucked. The altcoins are down 90%. I think that they should be aware that if we indeed break out of the EMAs and start some type of correction, I think that their altcoins that are down 80 to 90%, I think they can go other 80 to 90% down. Like nothing stop this from happening, because as we can see, we are not we are not even working um, below the EMAs on the monthly time frame. So I think if the things are going to go bad and we enter in some type of bear market, I think that a lot of people are going to be hurt, right? But yeah, this is what we can see. Now, zooming out to the weekly time frame. Here, the things are not so pretty as on the monthly. This is where you want to be cautious, right? Like I said, my spot positions that I acquired, I said this on the last video, but not everyone saw. So, my spot positions that I acquired in 2023 with an average of $25,000, I sold 90% in between the 90 zone and the 83 zone. Between here, I sold them. All right. I'm not saying that this is that I did right or did wrong. Was 2x basically on basically all my networks. So to me, it was pretty good. And yeah, but but we are holding on the weekly the EMA 50, right? As you can see, it's been a really important EMA is holding, but on the otherwise, we are working below the EMA 12 and the EMA 26. We are working below the band, right? So what we want to see, if this is to have some type of continuation, is or a spike up and then some consolidation above the EMAs to have continuation higher, or we can have like we have here, we have like you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3 with no continuation lower, right? This is pretty good. We can have a little more some panic out of the markets. Like imagine we go somewhere to here to 60, 66, and then we can have some type of deviation and back inside, and then the game is on. In this type of scenario, I may be acquire again Bitcoin spot positions between here in the 60, 67, 60, 60 area. All this zone here, if we have some type of reaction, can be good. All right, can be good. But this that I'm saying is just theories. So this is nothing actionable, right? This is just something that it's good to you to have in the back of your mind, because if we don't plan with anticipation, then we will be trading randomness in the future. So you want to have scenarios in the back of your mind that if then they happen, you know how to behave, how to act, right? So another thing that I can see here on the weekly is this. Here we have this period of consolidation, right? This was the range type environment, right? This is where a range. Then we have the trend continuation higher, and then we had here another range, right? We have another range here, and then we have the expansions lower. So what if this is what? What if this is another range type of environment? We can this is a scenario too. We can be working here in the next months, 3 4 months. We can be working on here. So maybe take out the lows with no continuation, take out the highs with no continuation. We can be working on this, and this is when a lot of traders get fucked because we don't have a, a clean a clean trend up or clean trend down. This is the places where a lot of traders that don't have much experience or don't understand that can lose a lot of money. So this is something that can happen. We can be on a trend, on a range that is being formed here. This is a possibility. So if this is a range, you want to be trading the extremities of the range. So you don't want to be longing here unless that we have acceptance right above, and you don't want to be shorting here unless we have some type of back retested consolidation, and then we can go lower, right? So you want to fuck my English. Uh, you want to avoid being shorting on the extremities of the lows of the possible range and longing on the highers of the range, because if you notice on the timeline on Twitter, when we are here is when people will be more excited. We will see euphoria on the timeline. People saying that we are so back, we're gonna go to new all-time highs, etc. This is where you see that. And we are here is when you're gonna see panic on the timeline. People gonna say it's so over. We're gonna go back to the 50s. We're gonna retest this. This is you need to be cautious of, because if this is a range, this can really chill be taking out the lows or taking out the lives with no continuation, and this is where a lot of people lost money too. So yeah, now let's zoom out to the to, to the daily time frame. On the daily, what did we see here on the daily, right? In terms of the bands, we are slightly working above the bands. The bands is starting to cross and somehow still below the 50, but we are have some type of consolidation. If we can consider this some type of consolidation, I will not be surprised if on the next days or in the next weeks we can see some type of spike, right? Going here to this zone of the 88, 89, $90,000 in just one candle. I think this is possible. This can happen, right? Because we are working here, and this type of move to me looks kind of bullish, to be honest. I'm not shorting here, but here in this zone, that's another story, because this zone, as you can see, first we have to me, the bigger resistance, right? We have the yearly open at 93,593, this zone here. So this is a level that, besides being in the resistance area, in the SR flip area, it's the yearly open, has some weight on this, right? But this is not for me the zone that I'm not more interested in right now. So this zone that I marked here, this is the SR flip level, right? You can see that price. This is where the move up this began. We have this consolidation, right? This zone, this block here, and then you can see that we have the expansion up, and then look how many attempts of retesting this level and hold. You see, look how many, a lot, right? A lot of, look at the wicks. The wicks, they come here, this is a support, and then what happened when we lose? We lose this, we have the expansion lower because we lose this area. And then what it is this is a resistance. Look, we come here, this is was the news event, right? It was the Trump something, I don't remember very much, but was that thing that I think was the Bitcoin reserve. I don't know, but this was a drive-in week event, right? And then we faded this, and look, another again. It's SR flip, a really clear SR flip, right? So I'll be interested in shorting the market if we can see a quick move high here, a quick move higher to this zone. This zone is where I want to see how the market is gonna react to this zone. If I see a quick move, then I see some type of slowdown and back and acceptance back back down here. Then this will be my trigger to short. Stops at the highs and ride the move at least until here to the monthly open, and then maybe back down here to the 76, the area of support that we had more recently, right? This is my swing plans, my big time frame plans to BTC. Um, on the other hand, in the more short term, in the short term time frame, right now is looking more unlikely in terms of probabilities. But this zone here that I had marked, here is the monthly open, this line, and this is basically a SR flip area to me. This zone, this is some type of box. If I see, let's say, take uh, take out these lows here and price working on this and finding acceptance above, then I can try a long here. I'll be interested in trying some type of long here, um, to that move that I talked about, to the 80s 19, to this place here, right? But I don't think maybe we're not gonna have this move because we are reacting good. Look, the MA50 is holding, the price is looking a little bit strong. Look, the slow look here on the 1 hour chart, the slow bleed down. How many candles is that? A lot, right? A lot of candles, and then this is not so much bearish as people think. Because if you want to see rejection, look, this is rejection, a fast move down, fast. This is different because this is slow move down. Maybe shorts, um, late shorts are entering on the market, and then they see that the price is not moving up, and then they need to close the shorts with longs, and then this push the price higher. So you can see that here these two candles almost erase the more than 50% of this move down, of this slow bleeding. So I don't think right now the probability is not much that we can see that type of taking these lows. But yeah, if that happen and I can see some type of acceptance back above, I would enter the market on a long to this area. Um, would be probably some good setup if we can see something like that. You see, this is a 4 hour, something like that, right? So this is this take me to another point. Why do I said that I want to a quick, maybe 1 day candle move up? Because I want to have inefficiencies, um, get behind. I want to have inefficiencies left behind here. To then we can fill them up in the future. Because let's say, what is a normal, a healthy uptrend price action? Is you go up, you consolidate, you go up, you consolidate, you go up. This is a really good price action, right? In the bullish terms. But this, let's say, this is not so healthy, right? This left a lot on inefficiency left behind. So then when we have the the shift in market structure, you're probably gonna feel all of this inefficiency back behind, right? So that's why the way that the price come to certain level matters too, to the operation, right? If I want to be shorting this that I said in the 80s 90s zone, I want to see a fast move up, because now look, what is this? What is this here? Look at this. This is order blocks. This right here. What is this? All of this is something that probably is going to be filled in the future. Look, all of these zones, probably if I open the order book, the order flow, the heat map right now, this is have a lot of orders here probably on these zones, because they hadn't been tested yet, right? So what I want to see is a fast move up, and then we can fill all of these inefficiencies, right? um, this zone here, like I said, was the order block zone on a 12 hours that hold really good, right? If we have this move up and then we come back down, and we add here to the third to some type of triple bottom, that can be happen too, right? This is a possibility too. That will be be really good, to be honest. Like, imagine another one like here, maybe take out the lows, back inside, up. This is all good setups. But yeah, on the medium and high time frame, this is my thoughts on Bitcoin at the moment. Now, of course, you can see other type of setups in the lower time frames. Like, let me see, like 15 minutes. Did we have something here? Uh, Look, we have this some type of base. We are reacting good. Now we are on a on a supply zone. But yeah, it's been a little bit choppy. Like, this type of price action that we see, look here in the last days. This was the reason that I didn't take any trades on the last 3 to 4 days. It's because, yeah, we have been working here. I don't like much this type of price action to trade unless it is some type of trades on the lower time frame, right? But I think on Bitcoin, that's it. Let's move on to let's have a look at it, right? Well, it clear downtrend, like I said. Now I have here some type of short, like you can see, some type of short idea. I'm not saying that we're going to execute that, but yeah, the first resistance to it is clearly this, right? This zone here, this order block. If I see that move of on Bitcoin to the 90, it's probable that it can go to this 1,700 zone. And if I see that and I see them drifting in the acceptance back below, then we are on business. Stop at the highs, targeting at least here. We have at least a 2 to 3 hour setup, depending on how to execute in the lower time frame, right? Because then to execute, you're gonna go down to the 15 to the 5 minute chart, and you're gonna see, how you want to execute, how much size you're going to put on the position, right? So for me, this is a obvious resistance zone. Here we have some type of base consolidation. Probably have a lot of orders here. So yeah, here is the more SR flip level. It's a monthly open too. So this is a chunk of order blocks here, a lot of supply. This was the origin. This is the origin to the move down, right? We have this consolidation and then we break down to the move down. So I expect then when if right price come back here is going to be some type of turbulence zone to it. But like I said, to the altcoins, it's basically the same that I said on the fourth, fourth, no, 3rd of April. Is basically the same. The altcoins to me look doomed. They look doomed. They don't look good. It too. Like if we gonna open other one, have a look at Sol. Sol. I mean, that's it. We are like Bitcoin. We are having some type of move up, but look at how much inefficiencies. Look at this order block here. This zone here too. We had a lot of inefficiencies to fill on these areas, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. We are having the 50 EMA as resistance. XRP is something that I'm looking to short too, but I have some good interest zones to long too. This zone here, this zone here, if we have the move up first or the move down first, whatever, this zone here I think is really good to look for longs. It's really interesting to me. Uh, Ada, Ada, we had we had a really good opportunity on Ada. Unfortunately, I didn't catch this short, but beautiful, right? This was the SR flip. Look how try one, two, twice, and the third time, and can't work above this. It can't do it. It's resistance. Reject the resistance and go back down. And if you see that, this is more in the 15 minutes is even more clear. I think. Yeah, look, this was the origin. Look, this is some type of order blocks here. Not the price not cannot work above this. So if we can try it as some type of short here with stop here, look how much we you could have some type of 6R, 3R, 5R setup, right? So yeah, this zone is a little bit interest to me. I had some type of idea here how could I trade this, but this is not officially right. The reason that I have this line here is because this order block it's a range too, right? And this is the middle range. So what is the trigger for me? I have two 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 type of ways to to execute this trade. Let's say that the price came down here and I want to execute longs because I'm looking for longs on this area, right? Because it's area of interest to me. If we're gonna see the FIBO 2, we have the golden pocket here. If we pick up here, we have the golden pocket in addition to the 76 and 78.6. So it says area of interest. So I have two forms of execute this. If I see that what did I did? Fuck. Right. I hope that shit. All right, I hope that I didn't fuck this up. All right, it's all good. So, like I was saying, I have two types of forms to execute this. If if I think the market is strong and we're gonna have a fast reaction, I can put some limit orders, like here, let's say on the mid level, with the stop at the lows of this candle, because this was the candle of the origin of the move up, right? You don't want to see price uh, working beside, I think it's the word, right? Below this. You don't want to see that. So you can have here some type of 2 hour trade. If you want to target back to the highs, 5 hour trades. Of course, then needs to be managed while you are in a trade. If you put in the other way, this here, this look how change the R profile, how change. Then we have a 4 hour, and if you put here, if you are more aggressive, then your RR is shit, right? So you don't want to do that. This is one way to execute, and that's sometimes I use this when we are on a trend and we have these fast moves downs to fill the order block and then inefficiency. You don't have time to execute manual. I sometimes use this, but other times how I could execute this manual. So let's say I have an alarm here, like you said. So you see the alarm, the price is going down here. If the price comes here and then you start seeing this, you start to see some type of acceptance above, then you can try along here with stop at the lows. And yeah, it's risky because it can come down here, but then you're gonna have another setup, right? So you can try this, or if the price comes down to this place, then go up. This is another another execution opportunity on the mid level. Or if the price really go to the extremes and come here, work here, build some type of base, or if even if it's a spike, acceptance back above, then you enter the long, stops at the lows, or if you want to be conservative, stops, let some breathe air to the trade, stops at the really lows, and then you can see, and you can catch really good air risk. Fuck, my English is fucking me. I'm talking to a lot of time already, and I'm not used to talk so much time in English. So yeah. Um, and this is where the best RR setups appear, is on this type of execution. But you need to be aware that maybe you're gonna have some stops that you're gonna take if you're gonna be more aggressive. But yeah, I really like this mid level to another reason, because you can see that we have another order block. We have another block inside of another order block, right? We have the 4 hour order block, and then you have the 1 hour order block here on the mid level. So this is really a place that I think I'm gonna like to execute some longs, try some longs. So yeah, let's. I'm. We are already with how much? 34 minutes. 34 minutes already. All right, let's make this quick. So going to the NQ, Nasdaq and the equities. I think this is very self-explanatory. Look at the RSI. This is the first thing that I said to you. Look at the RSI. We go where? Here. To look how many times this is a really good opportunity, if I'm going to be honest. Look, if you, I don't use, I didn't talk too much until now to the RSI, but it's something that I use to Confluence. So look at the RSI on the weekly on NQ. Look how many times it touched the fuck. How is this called? The uh, sorry, my mind go blank. Um, Oversold, right? Look how many times it touched the oversold. Here on the COVID crash, right? Touch here. This is one time. And the last years, how many times? Here on the beer market, right, of 2022. Look here and now here. So at the same time that I said that I don't like that much this order block and this break on market structure, and we see that we are rejecting, at the same time I acknowledge that this can be a good opportunity, right? It really can, because it's not often that we see the oversold on the weekly in RSI, on the weekly on NQ, and equities is the same, right? It's often, this is often the bottoms, right? It's not something that you see every day. Look, we have one time here in 2011, we have another time here in 2018, another time here on 2020, and another time here on 2022, and now after 3 years we have another one here on March of 2025. So at the same time, I acknowledge that this can be a real good opportunity. And if I saw, if I saw, if I'm gonna see some type of strength, and when I talk about strength is going back above this level, if I can see some type of acceptance in some consolidation, some base form environment, some range environment of, or some acceptance here in this zone, I'm going to be really, really, really sharp. I'm going to be really looking for to have acceptance back above this level. Then I think I'm going to start buying stocks like Tesla, let's say, because yeah, this is the level that is it's something that you don't like, right? This chunk of order blocks, even this area, this is still in a really trouble area. But yeah, I think that once, when we can have acceptance back above this, then we have game on. Another thing that is not really great. Look at the bands. Look at the AMAs. It's crossing down. The three of them are crossing down. This is another thing that is really, really bad. You don't want to see that. Look, how many times did that happen too? Not so often too. It's not something really common. Look, this is when it happened. What we had then, we had this bear market structure, right? So that's why I'm a lot really cautious, because yeah, look at this. Here on the COVID crash was beautiful, right? We just take out the low, back inside, see you later, right? So yeah, at the same time, it's really paradoxical what I'm seeing in Q and equities, because at the same time that a lot of things are not looking really great, we had this RSI level, but I cannot act solely basing my judgment on one indicator, right? I need to have confluence. So that's why I want to see back inside. I want to see that. If not, well, then we can have some type of recession. if this really confirmed to be something bearish, we can have some type of recession. And then what can we have here? What is this? Of course, that now I'm sounding really speculative, right? But it's a possibility. You have to you need to have all of the possibilities in the back of your head, because what if, right? When was the basic only time that the monthly oversold level appeared? Was here. What is this? 2008, right? Right. The the big recession, the big short, the the crisis, right? I'm not calling for a crisis, but then it's something that's, yeah, fucked up. Something fucked up, right? Something really fucked up. And I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but yeah, if happen, well, that's your generational opportunity, right? Here on this time frame, on this chart, just 2002. Yeah, let me see Nasdaq. I have history. Yeah. Look, we are at the mid level right now on the weekly. We're at the mid level. So yeah, I think it's really exciting times, to be honest. Whatever is the direction of the market is going to be, I think if you are aware of the situation, if you are aware of charts of the news, I think you can find really good opportunities here in this year or later in this year, for sure. Now let's have some quick look at the gold. All-time highs for gold. When did this gonna stop? I don't know, but I'm not gonna try to fade this move. That's for sure. That's something that I tell you. A lot of times you see people that when see some chart like that, try to fade it because, oh, it's just had to go up so much, it's impossible to continuously go up. Said who? Who said that? No one said that. This is not the supermarket when you try to buy the most the bargains. You don't have many bargage. I think it's bargage. The discounts, right? Bargage bargains. I think bargains is the word. You don't have many bargains in the stock market, in the financial markets. So I, I'm not gonna be buying here on the all-time highs either. But I'm not trying to fade this, trying to short this. I'm not stepping in the way of the train. I'm gonna let the train go. And if I see that the train is slowing down, then I can act, right? Even more when it's gold. If this was some type of shit coin, then it's different. But it is gold. This is the most valuable thing and the thing with most history, the most assets valuable, the most old thing negotiable, right? So yes, it's still going up. This is says a lot about the uncertainty in the world, because when we have uncertainty, when people don't think that can trust in the government, in the euros, in the dollars, what did they buy? They buy gold. This is why we are in the whole time highs, right? So yeah, let's see. Let's see if you're gonna have some confluence with the big picture. The first of the dollar. Well, that's it. Yeah, this is the natural gas. But yeah, on Tau, yeah, let's just have a quick view at the Tau, because this is AI, right? Good short opportunity to look. If you're gonna go simple, let's say you short this, stops at the highs, you are already in a 3R position, right? If you can come back here, 6R. This is a zone that I'm gonna be interested in longing. I fumbled this. I could. This was really a good, easy short, to be honest. Look, high, take out the highs, didn't have continuation, come down here, take out the highs again, look at the wicks, look at the absence of buyers, then we have the move down, Then here it's a easy entry to me, to be honest, but I didn't catch it. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't. I, that's it. Sometimes we miss. Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, look at this. This was the perfect entry to me, to be honest, in my system. Then, if we want to be more aggressive, stops at these highs here of the box. Then target the first this zone here, there where we have the start of the move up. 3R. If I want to hold it or hold half of the position back here, it's a 7R, 7 to 8R. So yeah, this is something that you like to see. But I think that's it. 45 minutes already. I don't know. Someone of you is gonna be listening all that shit for some time, but if you are here listening, let me say that thank you. But yeah, Trump, that shitcoin. Look how is the present coin, huh? The present coin going? Amazing, right? Amazing to the ones who shorted, that's for sure. Really amazing. Uni too. Uni a lot of Uni. It's a altcoin that I really like to. I don't know why, but Uni, I feel like on the altcoins is the one that the price action is more cleaner. You know what I mean? I don't know if this makes sense to you, but I, I feel that respect a lot. Like, look at this. Another one that I missed. I slipped. I don't know why, but it's skill problem to be honest. But another one. Look at how clean this is. How clean. Look, perfect, perfect retest, perfect back down here to the zone of interest. Now we have the other zone here. Perfect. This is why I like Uni. I think it's something that it's really good to trade if you trade altcoins. Then yeah, this all of this shit, it's just to me, to be honest, if you want to hear my guess, but this is just a guess. This is not actionable. This doesn't mean shit, to be honest. But if I had to say some type of guess to all of this, how much how will be the price of all of this shit in the 3 4 months? I had to say that, in my opinion, it's going to be lower. This is just my opinion. This is not actionable. Of course, if I see reasons to long the shit out of a lot of coins, if I see some opium on the global politics, if I see some things that say to me, okay, right, maybe it's time to change the chip and start to buy this type of shit, then I will I will do it because I don't have fixed ideas. I need to be fluid with the market. But in my opinion, right now, all of this shit trend to zero. It's my opinion. All of these trends to zero. And this one looks good, to be honest. Look, some formation. But yeah, we all know, or we all should know at this point, that all the altcoins are destined to go to zero in some years' time because they don't have nothing to back. It's just speculative stuff, right? At least 90% of them are destined to die. That's the true, but yeah, our job as traders is catch the moves. But yeah, I'm drifting already. I'm just yapping right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Was a really big one. But yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do other one. In the other one, in the first one, I said that I will try to do this one of these for week. I didn't I didn't do the one in the last week, so I did on this. Is Wednesday today. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one on the next week, but yeah, I will keep updating this. Uh, yeah, I don't think there is another a lot more to say. Just yeah, if you didn't see, this one is more short. If you want to see the things, yeah, just subscribe to the channel, give a like. I don't know. I'm not gonna start to YouTube start of type of chat, right? Type of conversations. I don't know. My my English is already drifting. I don't usually talk for so long in English, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed. That's it. I catch you one in the next one. I catch you in the next one. Yeah, that's it.